How do people decide to buy products? Fundamentally, a transaction occurs when the perceived value of a product is greater than or equal to the cost paid. But how can we know that a product's value exceeds its price? To be honest, we don't always purchase products with a precise understanding of their actual value. Transactions happen not after value has been confirmed, but at the point of expectation. In other words, people don't buy based on a product's actual value but rather their prediction of it. This mismatch between perceived and actual value fuels information asymmetry. In such a market, sellers are incentivized not to produce a product at a lower cost than its actual value through honest means but rather to inflate the perceived value of the product beyond its actual worth, deceiving people for profit. Sellers actively entice and mislead consumers into believing that their products hold more value than they actually do or that they are more necessary than they really are. History is rife with such deceptions, from the recent TikTok viral gadgets to the financial derivatives of 2008, watered-down wine in ancient Greece, poorly constructed Mesopotamian buildings, and even Eve's apple. If this problem becomes too severe, markets may fail to form despite existing demand. For example, in the 1970s and 80s, small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs) in emerging markets needed capital, yet banks lacked tools to assess their creditworthiness. Without a way to prove business viability and with banks unwilling to take risks, these markets failed to materialize. Moreover, even sellers may not always know the exact value of their products. Product quality can vary, and verifying it isn't always feasible. Sellers may also overestimate the quality of what they produce. Importantly, sellers do not know the utility each consumer will derive from the product. Producers don't manufacture goods because consumers demand them, they do so based on predictions of demand. So how is it that so many transactions occur in reality? In practice, markets attempt to solve these problems by improving consumer access to accurate product information or by minimizing the benefits of deception for sellers. Code of Hammurabi in Mesopotamia decreed that if a builder constructed a house poorly and it collapsed, killing the homeowner, the builder would be put to death. In modern times, regulations mandate the disclosure of nutritional information on products, and brands establish long-term relationships with consumers, ensuring that deception would damage their reputation. So that means we have a happy ending, right? Not quite. These mechanisms don't work perfectly in reality. First, for products where information itself is the value, such as books, movies, or games, a perfectly informed market is impossible. The only way to obtain complete information about a movie is to watch it. But if one already has full knowledge of a movie, what's the point of purchasing it? Furthermore, even when consumers have access to accurate product information, that doesn't necessarily reveal its subjective value to them. Even if someone knows the nutritional content of a snack, they can't predict how much they will enjoy it. And even when consumers have complete information, rational decision-making doesn't always follow. Companies skillfully provide accurate information while simultaneously making people believe they want a product more than they actually do, whether through the strategic placement of puppies in a pet shop window, cleverly arranged supermarket products, or captivating advertisements. Secondly, reliance on brands can create even bigger problems. Brands can extract profits by exploiting their reputations. Consumers trust brands because they expect a certain level of quality and assume that companies won't take actions that would harm their reputation. However, brands often find ways to subtly degrade quality while maintaining appearances. Ever noticed how your favorite chocolate bar seems to shrink? Clever packaging tricks the eye, thinner bars in wider wrappers or ridges that mask weight loss, while prices stay the same. Similarly, in 2008, credit rating agencies and investment banks gave high ratings to subprime mortgage-backed securities, despite their poor credit quality, profiting immensely in the process. The result? The financial meltdown of the subprime mortgage crisis. Additionally, reliance on brands raises the entry costs for new products and companies, making it easier for existing brands to maintain their monopolistic positions. One of the most common ways consumers evaluate products is by trusting the assessments of others, reading Amazon reviews or assuming that long-established products must be of decent quality since bad ones would have already disappeared from the market. This reasoning is generally sound and works well in practice. But if every consumer followed this logic, new products and companies would never gain traction. When monopolistic firms generate excessive profits, new entrants should emerge to erode these profits. However, if consumers are reluctant to try new products, market entry becomes prohibitively difficult. This enables established brands to increase prices or cut quality while still maintaining high profits. On the other hand, if consumers frequently try new products, businesses are incentivized to create low-quality products for quick profits. A completely unknown product might be an innovative breakthrough or a scam designed to make a quick buck. Distinguishing between the two is incredibly difficult, making consumers hesitant to buy new products. Have you ever purchased an item from a brand new Amazon seller with no reviews? How about an indie game from a small development team launching their first title? Products with uncertain value are often ignored by the market, or worse, they distort the market altogether. Personal trainer market illustrates this problem. Anyone can become a personal trainer, and skill levels and pricing vary dramatically. However, accurately assessing a trainer's ability before using their services is nearly impossible. As a result, reputable trainers charge exorbitant fees, while skilled but lesser-known trainers struggle with low prices due to lack of trust. If someone buys and evaluates a new product, their findings benefit all consumers, but any losses from a poor purchase are borne solely by the individual. Unless existing products are so bad that the potential gain from trying something new outweighs the risk, consumers will continue to rely on familiar products. But the real crisis? When you can't judge quality even after consumption. In the pharmaceutical market, new drugs may not be more effective than existing ones, or they may have worse side effects. Yet, because they are new, people assume they must be more advanced and are willing to pay a premium. What could go wrong? Well, did you know it took 20 years to confirm that phenylephrine, a common cold medicine, was no more effective than a placebo? For 2 decades, countless cold sufferers spent money on useless medicine, enduring prolonged symptoms while pharmaceutical companies profited. Although experts and regulators had suspicions about its ineffectiveness, ordinary consumers had no way of knowing. So how can we solve this problem? Core issue is that consumers don't know a product's value at the time of purchase. What if transactions were only completed after the product's value became clear? Refund policies and try-before-you-buy systems in second-hand car markets attempt to address this. However, these solutions don't work for long-term issues, perishable goods, or products that lose value after use. So what's the answer? It may be beneficial for the government to shoulder some of the burden that currently falls on individual consumers. When social welfare improves, the state benefits as a whole. Governments already use regulations, penalties, and quality certifications to mitigate information asymmetry. But these solutions are imperfect. Regulations are blunt instruments that sometimes worsen the problem. Punishments and certifications only address parts of the issue rather than eliminating it entirely. These days, what method is used to determine the grade of fruits? It's AI. AI can objectively assess the quality of products and, like YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, also understand consumer utility. Have any of you ever received movie or game recommendations from AI? You were probably surprised by how fun and accurate they were. The reason it could recommend so precisely is that AI learned about you while you interacted with it. AI can evaluate both product quality and your utility, meaning it can predict fairly accurately how much value a product holds for you. If AI advances further, with government-backed quality assurance and oversight from auditing bodies, we could enable new businesses to enter the market and allow uniquely entertaining books, indie games, and movies to find their audience.